Two Israeli officials say ministers have approved a plan to seize the Gaza Strip and to stay in the territory for an unspecified amount of time. If carried out, the move would vastly expand Israel's operations in the Palestinian territory and likely draw fierce international opposition. Israeli cabinet ministers approved the plan in a vote today that calls for hundreds of thousands of Palestinians to move to Gaza's south. The details were not formally announced, and its exact timing and implementation are not clear. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said a new offensive in Gaza will be an intensive military operation aimed at defeating Hamas, but stopped short of detailing just how much of the enclave's territory would be seized. He added that the population will be moved for its own protection.
One thing will be clear, there will be no in and out. We'll call the reserves to come, hold territory. We're not going to enter and then exit the area, only to carry out raids afterwards. That's not the plan. The intention is the opposite.
While some European leaders have expressed concerns over the plan, today U.S. President Donald Trump didn't offer his views on Israel's operations and instead repeated the country's pledge to help get food to Palestinians in Gaza.
We're going to help the people of Gaza get some food. People are starving, and we're going to help them get some food. A lot of people are making it very, very bad. If you look, Hamas is making it impossible because they're taking everything that's brought in. But we're going to help the people of Gaza because they're being treated very badly by Hamas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, But the families of hostages who took to Israel's parliament today fear that the fighting will endanger their loved ones. The relatives urging the government and lawmakers to stop the war and reach a comprehensive ceasefire deal, which will see the release of all 59 hostages, dead and alive. Up to 24 of the 59 hostages still held in Gaza are believed to be alive.
We have seen that hostages die during warfare. We know that the deceased hostages might get lost as the bombing continues. And we are dreading this moment. And we want to see a solution. We want to see a definite solution.
Hamas says it will release hostages only as part of a deal that will end the war and see Israeli forces withdraw from all of Gaza. Meanwhile, the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs in Gaza says Israel's proposed aid plan for the enclave contravenes humanitarian principles and puts civilians at risk. Israel's new offensive includes a distribution plan in which aid, which has been handled by international groups and UN organizations, would be transferred to private companies and handed out in the southern area of Rafah once the offensive begins.
This would basically shut down the existing aid delivery mechanism that already operates within the bounds of humanitarian principles. This would violate the humanitarian principles of neutrality, impartiality, and independence, and could also put people at risk by including aid workers, by having them around these militarized zones.